I bring a message from your master, Marcus Licinius Crassus, commander of Italy. By command of his most merciful excellency, your lives are to be spared. Slaves you were, and slaves you remain. But the terrible penalty of crucifixion has been set aside on the single condition that you identify the body or the living person of the slave called Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus! I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus!
Okay, so right off the bat, this is supposed to be, I was supposed to post this last week, but you know, stuff happened. I went to the beach and I got sunburned the day before I usually film, and it was so bad. I was glowing. I was like a lobster, and I could not put on a shirt because you know it hurt so bad. I couldn't really move my arms. It was really bad. And then by the time I could put on a shirt, you know, I had to go to work and stuff, and it was already, you know, things got out of time, you know, time happened. So so I'm gonna put the Spartacus, and then afterwards Super 8. So that's that. But anyways, today I'm gonna review Spartacus, as I just said. I really, I mean, I feel cliche to say this every time I review a movie, but man, I've been watching some good movies lately. I really enjoyed this movie. This is my favorite director, hands down. Like, I'm not saying one of my favorites, I'm saying this guy is my favorite director, Stanley Kubrick. Again, you know, just like, you know, The Shining, Full Metal Jacket, Space Odyssey, Clockwork Orange. He didn't really make that many movies, but all of them are worth checking out. Barry Lyndon, oh fuck. Alright, but anyway, Spartacus is another one. I'd never seen this one before. I just, you know, I saw it last week, and it's pretty amazing, you know, it was kind of cool. This movie is better than like say Gladiator. That's probably like the closest thing. Maybe 300, it has some similar stuff going on, but not really. Because 300, if you think about it, it's an oligarchy, while here it's just the individual, man. The individual trying to rise up. You know, they're in a group, but you know, they're individuals uniting by choice. So very cool. It's the theme is freedom, so that is you know, hopefully everyone's down for that. Awesome though, just awesome, because you see this guy start off as a slave, right? Farthest away from free you can get, and you know he is like he eats like gruel and just drinks dirty water, and you know he's working his ass off to death, like literally there's like people dying while they're working, and then he tries to help one dude up, and the guy's like whipping him, get up, and he's just like and then he fucks that guy up. Pardon the language, but you know he guy's a fighter, you know, that guy's a fighter, and he kept going, and the odds were against him, but he never quit, and never did he give in any way. And I was like a character like that, so that's kind of cool, and it's kind of refreshing seeing stuff like that today, where I don't know, today, I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, but it just seems like a lot of movies are kind of pessimistic in a lot of ways, towards, I don't know, just pessimistic in general. You know, if you think about it, movies aren't as cheerful as they used to be. I mean, that's obviously or debatably a reflection of you know, people in general, the population today, right? But you know, compare It's a Wonderful Life to, I don't know, what's the movie that came out recently that's really depressing? It's summer right now, so they're not going to put anything like that. But in Oscar season, it's always like depressing movies. This guy who did something great and then it shows him die, or just like really depressing situations. But I don't know. Anyway, so it's kind of good to see old movies, just to remind yourself that life ain't that bad, And there's or just actually, you know what, forget the movies and just go outside. And life ain't that bad. This is cool. This is cool. I feel like I'm ranting a bit, but it's kind of, this is all relevant to the movie. Believe it or not, there's just this topic of kind of living, right? Living for yourself. Today there's a lot of I'll say it, there's a lot of slaves out today. It's just like both literally and then figuratively. I mean, literally in other parts of the world there are slaves, and then figuratively, just look around. People are not happy with themselves or their situation, right? Physically, they're not what they want to be. They're not what they can be, with what they eat and what they do with their lives. And then financially, you work your ass off, and then when you get your, you gotta give most of it back, or a good amount of it. It's just, I don't know. It just seems to me that we need more stuff like this, and just kind of think about it. I'm my own person, and I should live the way I want to live. But anyways, I feel like I'm ranting too much, but I enjoy the movie, and it's just it's probably the best gladiator type movie that I've seen. Despite its age, it's still the best, and it is literally an epic. It's not just throwing that word around like some douchebag, like, oh, epic, but it's just like people call Avatar epic. I don't know. Just watch this movie and like you'll see an epic. All right. So, all right. That's it.
Have been destroyed by Spartacus, and our defeat will mean the fall of Rome.
Spartacus, a motion picture unequaled in the entire history of filmmaking, unlikely ever to be surpassed in the magnitude of production, in the fervor and passion of its conflict, in the tenderness and beauty of its love story. Nothing was spared to make Spartacus the superb achievement it is. Neither time, nor money, nor talent. For in Spartacus, you will see the finest cast ever assembled, relive history's most exciting and inspiring drama. Starring Kirk Douglas as Spartacus, slave, gladiator, invincible fighter. Laurence Olivier as Crassus, symbol of Rome's majesty and might.
I'm not after glory.
I'm after Spartacus.
Gene Simmons as the slave Erinia, whose body was bought and sold, but whose love enveloped Spartacus with a radiance few men have known.
I love you.
Charles Lawton as Gracchus, the leader of the Roman Senate. Peter Ustinov as Batiatus, shrewd and devious dealer in human flesh. John Gavin as Julius Caesar, ambitious staff officer. And Tony Curtis as Antoninus, who loved Spartacus like a brother. In the powerful story of the gladiator rebel who sprang from slavery to challenge the awesome might of imperial Rome.
The symbol of the Senate. All the power of Rome.
I imagine a God for slaves. And I pray